Handicapper Steve here, handicapping racing from Cheltenham Racecourse here on Wednesday. It is the 12th of March 2025. I'm gonna look at the featured fifth race, 4 o'clock from Cheltenham. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. And remember to join me tomorrow for some more Cheltenham previews. In years past, I've been looking at all the races for Cheltenham. This year, I've just been very busy the last few weeks, and most likely the next few weeks also. So unfortunately, couldn't look at all the races for Cheltenham. Just didn't have the time. But I did look at the Queen Mother Champion Chase. So we're gonna look at that right now. But I've been very busy. Big things are happening in the future. Just wait and see. Just sit and wait. But let's look at the 4 o'clock fifth race from Cheltenham, which is the Grade One Queen Mother Champion Chase. It's a Grade One event for Class One horses, going for a purse of $500,000. This race is for 5-year-olds and upwards. We feel of 8 horses going to post the distance of ground of 3,200 meters, or the distance of ground of 2 miles over the chase course. My top selection here, I'm going to go with the 2 horse Engername as a top selection. 264 for me in the TriCash trifecta. 264 TriCash trifecta. Top selection 2 horse Engername. This 11-year-old horse by Denman Red. Willie Mullins trains. Paul Townend gets to mount. They ran the horse most recently at Ascot right before, or in mid January. 2 miles and an eighth in the Grade One Clarence House Chase, and he finished second by 6.5 lengths behind John Bond. It was his Force's second start off the bench. He might have needed the race that day, but he got down the race course well on demand on the quickest ground, actually, shall I say, where he just kind of stalked all around the race course. He jumped well. Not a bad race in defeat. I think cutting back a furlong last 2 miles here today, back to Sheldon, where he's had very well good success in the past. I think he run a good race to find the winner's circle today. He ran two back in the Grade Two heavyweight chase at Cork 2 miles and eighth of December, and he won by 10 lengths. It was his first race in a year and a half, and he took off clear. He missed all of last season, but he was with them early on. A couple mistakes, but he quickened up nicely. He got the job done. A very good race for him that day, for it being his first race since the Punchestown Festival of 23. That came over the 2 miles on good to soft ground in the Grade One champion chase, winning by 3 quarters in length that day. Had a few mistakes, but he still had enough left in the tank to get away with it. 29 cents to the dollar. That was a very strong run. And then probably the race of his life, was in the 2 seasons ago here at Cheltenham. 2 miles soft ground in the Queen Mother Champion Chase, winning by 10 lengths that day. Took him a little bit of time to get going, but when he finally did, he was jumping like a winner the final few fences. That was a very impressive run. Before that, he lost Clarence House Chase at 44 cents to the dollar, finished third by 6.5 lengths, where he just was, wheels were spinning. I don't know if he likes running an Ascot, or excuse me, right, likes, he likes running before the big race, the Clarence House in 2023. I have to remember, was run locally because it was canceled at Ascot in 23 because of the weather. But maybe he just wasn't 100% cranked that day. He should be 100% cranked here today. I think this is John Bond's biggest rival. I also think a bit of a price here. The Marine Nationale, this for Sean Flanagan and Barry Connell, the 6 horse here. Get a piece of it. I would use him on the ticket. He placed in the Dublin Chase a few weeks ago, where he had a few mistakes early on, but he was really closing up well late. Not a bad race in the feet. Prior to that, in the Grade One Paddy Rewards Club Chase right after Christmas at Leopardstown, a decent third again, where he just couldn't get there late, but he got down the race course well. He hasn't won since a beginner's chase last, or 2 seasons ago at Leopardstown, where he won going away. If you look at some of the horses he's been facing the last 2 seasons, he's been facing some tough horses. It is up a step up in class here today. I do think a little bit quicker ground should get a piece. He should really get a piece of it. I'll give him a shot on the ticket, and don't throw out the 4 horse John Bond. He's only lost 3 times, and he's been a pretty basic good horse. His only defeat in the last 2 seasons actually came locally in 24 here at Cheltenham, where he ran the Clarence House Chase, where he finished second by a neck, where he just had a few mistakes, which cost the victor that day. But he still ran his heart out that day. Came back to win the Milling Chase after that, after missing the festival last year, and won the Shoulder Chase, and went on to win the Celebration Chase at the end of the season last year. He's done everything right so far, but I think today's going to be his biggest challenge. 4 to 5. I'm not sure if I want to take him at 4 to 5 here. I think you get a bit of a piece of it, and we saw yesterday with the short-priced horses, coming in defeat later in the card. So, I think you want to find a price here. I think, and Gunnar May. The old man could get a piece, but I'll use him as the top selection. But to recount my selection for the 5 o'clock now, or excuse me, the 4 o'clock, the fifth race from Cheltenham, it's the Grade 1 Queen Mother Champion Chase. We're going to take the 2 horse Ganame. Give kudos to the 6 horse Marine Nationale and the 4 horse John Bond, 264 Tri-Cash Trifecta. If you're playing the quad pod, I would use all 3 of them. So 264 for me in the quad pod. So with that being said, good luck to all. And please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.